Welcome once again to the stage. What an amazing series of interviews we have had just before this. Interviews in which we are privileged to be discussing with an amazing young man. Discussing with Kingsley Joshua Nmagbo. Nmagbo, or is it Nmagbo?
Nmagbo.
Nmagbo. Aha,
Yes.
Nmagbo. The CEO of Rockable Shoes, a C4C entrepreneur, one of our star pupils, and in fact, I discovered during this interview a great deal more. I had always thought he was a wonderful young man, but then I discovered a great deal more about him. If you missed his two previous talks, please do go to our YouTube and watch it. But join us as we listen with rapt pleasure and attention to Kingsley's final episode. Kingsley, once again, welcome to
Thank
the
you.
set.
Thank you, Mom. Thank you.
Thank you for being a C4C past fellow. And in our last discussion, we
Yeah.
decided you will become also one of our ambassadors.
Thank you for the privilege.
You so very
Thank you.
eloquently
Thank you.
described
Thank
the
you.
program.
Thank you very much for the privilege. Yeah.
So welcome and thank you.
Thank you.
So go on, tell us. So post C4C, life actually started because that is the idea of it. That you will then use the skills and empowerment imparted in moving forward your career, your enterprise. Please tell us about that. What have you been able to do since you graduated in 2023?
Thank you very much for the privilege again to discuss this. Yeah, you know, I said from the previous episode that each time I want to speak about C4C, I do that with confidence. And I do that with the sense that I'm speaking about a great platform, impacting great young people.
In fact, when
Nigeria.
you described it in the last episode, I thought of going to enroll myself.
Yeah. Honestly, that has really brought me to this very point that I now know that previously I was not doing business.
Okay, I hear that several
Yes.
times. It's amazing.
Yes. I was almost running charity because my pricing was poor, my packaging was poor, and I don't really tell people the problem I'm solving in the society. People don't really know. I like publicity even for the business. But after the C4C capacity building workshops, that's when business began. I will tell you the truth, post graduation, business change. Even if you will notice, even before the graduation dates, I think there was someone who made an order, part of those you invited to the business, to the graduation. Yes, I think the Steplites representative.
Okay.
Seplites Energy. Yes, Seplites Energy. I understood what packaging is. I understood what my business is all about. So the way and manner I did that production for that person, in fact, he paid beyond
what
yes,
asking,
yes, what we agreed. The both, they paid beyond what we agreed. So it changed my business. And right now, I am not just a workshop person. I traveled a lot for this business now. Because each time I'm relating my business, people want to hear more. People want to get more. People want to really be impacted. Also, few months after graduation, I began to see that I'm not just a footwear producer, just in the workshop. Opportunities open that I go to teach vocational skills on footwear.
Wow. That is the part of our social entrepreneurship
Yes.
training. Because as we were discussing what, was imparted to you, what
Yes.
we also strive to achieve is a sense of social responsibility
Yes.
to our fellows. And you again demonstrating that beautifully. Please go on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mom, I go to schools, public schools. At first, I started in a school and called Hands and Mind. And it was beautiful that I see myself impacting young students, doing shoes, doing bags. And not just that, I'm well paid for that. Business began to grow. From that school, another school. From that school, another school. I think right now I have more than 5 schools.
Where you go to teach.
Where I go to teach footwear, bags, belts, and handbangles to students. That really increased the income of the business. Previously, I never had this. I never know of this, that I can be this great. I can extend my business services to other things until the capacity building workshop. Business began to grow. Business began to grow. And after engaged in the pitching of my business writings and all of that, I began to pitch business to investors. I began to pitch business to individual politicians. And before you know it, invitations were coming. And these invitations were not just to hear me. I rendered services. On that same scale, I rendered services and the business kept growing in it. So after the graduation, it's a big turnaround. In fact, I had to, because there was a big turnaround, in fact, I had to change location from Nasarawa to Abuja.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Great.
From Nasarawa to Abuja, because everything was now, you can meet up to standard. You can meet up to every tax. So everything changed. Right now, one fateful day, I met a young man into the footwear industry too, and we got talking, and he's like, no, where did you actually learn business? And I told him, this is where I learned business, C for C. You will meet him soon, mommy. You will meet him very soon.
That's a promise.
Yes, you will meet him soon.
I look forward to that.
And he told me, wow, this is so interesting. I will send the link to you. And he sent the link. And in the link, I was asked to pitch my business. That was the first thing. Imagine I've not enrolled C for C. How do I even start it? The first requirement for that, as part of the criteria, is to pitch my business. And I did that. In the list of qualified candidates, I was the first who pitched my business well and point out all
allow me to clap.
Yes, I was the first in the list, because C4C have taught me already what I need to hit when pitching my business. I did that, and the thing that really blew my mind in the whole thing is I was invited by Puma. Puma, it's a footwear production company who design footwear too. They design footwear. They're in almost about 17 countries in the world, and
an international
company.
Yes,
an international company.
Mm-hmm.
They invited me, and what they said, just give us a design, just give us what we can do, you can do, and speak to us. I did that. The next invitation was invitation to Germany to come.
No, what we called you a few weeks back, and we were told you were in Germany.
Yes. I was privileged to travel and see another world of footwear.
Wow.
When I got there, I said, wow. So this capacity building workshop is not just building me to become just an entrepreneur within my just community or country. it has actually built me to stand out. I saw an industry where all I needed to know about footwear, the questions I keep asking about footwear, design and production, the machines I have been dreaming of.
You saw.
I saw them, I touched them, I used them. So I was so happy. I was so happy. So when you called that I was going to be interviewed, I was already there. So my brother sent a message to me that I said, I must come to thank you. I must come to thank C4C, because if I had not gotten the build up, the foundation for pitching my business, I wouldn't have qualified for this. So C4C has really pushed me and has built me to a point that I think I'm equal to the task. When it comes to business growth, my business grew every day. Every day my business grows. And I will tell you this, that I have staffs now.
Wow.
Yes.
You are now an employer
yes,
of labor.
Yes. I have staffs now because some of these schools with teach vocational skill, I can't go to all of this school all by myself. So I call some of the footwear designers, still sit with them, give them guidance, and also teach them more about the footwear, and just send them to those schools. And they get paid at the end of the day. After negotiation and all, they have percentage to go home with. So it's been wonderful. Like it's been a life-changing capacity building workshop. Everything about me have changed. If you were before I was given this motorized, I wouldn't have had the resources to even maintain. But today, this like 2 years plus now that it has been running and everything is working. Family issues settled and the mind is stable, and we are facing business every day. I have a place in Nasarawa State where strictly production. That's where I produce shoes. That's where I produce. Others, if some of the clients will say, we want it produced yourself, that's when I can produce here in Abuja. That is when I can produce here. But mostly what we do here in Abuja, I render services to churches for entrepreneurship weeks, schools for trainings, and also consultancy for footwears. Because there are so many persons who have the resources, but they don't know more about footwear design and production, and they don't know about the machines. They don't know the settings, what it takes for you to have a very good workshops. They consult me. I go get this equipment for them. I go do the settings for them. And that's how C4C has pushed me to. I must say thank you.
It's truly an amazing story.
Yeah.
One that gives me, it's profound. I don't know what to say, because this indeed is the ambition we have for every fellow that we take in and support through the program.
Yes.
And as we were discussing prior to starting this show, you mentioned something that I also think is so valuable.
Yes.
You talked about the fact that the very name and certificate of C4C. Tell us a bit more about that.
Yes. When I was asked to present certificates so that I can enroll when I travel to Germany, and every certificate you present, you have to defend it.
So these you are showing them.
Yeah.
You've been certified by different body.
Yes, different body. This is I've been certified by this. When I got to C4C, I told them C4C gave me the opportunity to go to Institute of Leather and Science Technology, Zaria. That's the only institute in West Africa that does leather. They gave me the opportunity to go and do internship there. And they also taught me all that I've shared. The man now said, wow, if this can do all of this, this is the certificate we must honor.
Wow.
And not just the one in Germany. Lagos took that without even long explanation. Lagos did that. Taraba. All these places I've worked, I used C4C certificate, no any other certificate. Those other ones were just backups to it. So you can see that C4C, it's not just a certificate you throw beneath your box. This is what you've learned. This is what your hands can give. They train you to become what you say. They train you to give out what people will see. They train you to give out reality. That's what he does. And it has worked for me. So please, I will want to really say this again. I've said it in the previous episode that governments, individuals, NGOs, I think it's the right time to partner with C4C, with these kinds of platform, to give a Nigerian young minds opportunity to benefit from the wealth and riches of this country. Because it is only these kinds of platforms that really build you spiritually, mentally, and physically, that you become who you want to become. They teach you how to become it verbally and how to become it skillfully. So I want to plead with government. Please, you can partner. NGOs, you can partner. Because I'm saying this emotionally because I've seen so many empowerments that have been made by so many platforms, but at the end of the day, you see nothing to show for it. People can defend it, people can do it. But in C4C, you have to do it. It's a criteria. You have to do it. You have to own everything you do. That's what we see. We have to go back home every day after lectures. You have to go back home, still do all of these things. Come back as an assignment, present it yourself. And that is why we own the story, we own the skill, we own everything. And that's why today God is really using it to really, and I know this is not just the end, it's just the beginning.
Amen.
Because I see it. Thank you very much.
I'm almost short of words. One would think we choreographed this, but many of the things you're saying, I am hearing from you for the first time.
Yes.
Many times I sit here on set and ask for partnership because we have seen what our concept, our ideology can do. We have proof. Yes. You are a living proof. We've said this over and over again. And sometimes I feel defeated when I feel that everything we're saying about partnering, about asking for collaboration, asking more people to come in and support and work with us as we take in more young people, asking government to be a part of what we're doing because it is their responsibility primarily. Many times it seems to have to end with the show. And sometimes because we're only human, we get a bit discouraged. But I'm overwhelmed, overjoyed to hear you say that it may be an illusion that actually there. Many organizations, when they see what you are, see your certificate from C4C, see what C4C does, we're out there everywhere. We're on the web. We know we have blogs. We're on the webs that detail our activities. That they see us as credible. That they have taken you into many other trainings and activities based on the fact that C4C produced and supported you. We are profoundly grateful for this, and we thank you.
Thank you too, Mom.
For confessing these things and sharing them. It is our sincere hope that through this interview and the airing and the sharing, that other partners will come to work with us, and so that many, many more young people can indeed benefit. We are also particularly disposed to working with people who may have extra difficulties physically, differently abled people. We love them. We recognize the extra challenge they have in coping with the difficulties of life. We are open to partnering with organizations that have this mandate of differently abled people, to work to teach them, to help them to become economically empowered, to help them to become entrepreneurs. We throw that out as well. We have the curriculum, we have the knowledge, we have the experience, which doesn't come easy. Some of it has been difficult, some of it has, and so on. We have our highs and our lows, and we're willing to share. It is our contribution to society. It is our contribution to our country, our nation. So thank you, Kingsley, for being so open, admitting the fact that, yes, you're a wonderful young man. You're a budding, successful entrepreneur, but knowing that you came from somewhere and knowing that some people helped you to get there, and will continue to help you because we remain a network that is bound together.
Thank you.
So once again, thank you for coming on set. But can I ask that you turn to our audience and say your last few words? Yeah.
All right. Thank you, viewers. Thank you for listening. It's a very wonderful moment I had with C4C, and I want to really tell you that if you have the opportunity, please make use of it. And again, I want to really speak with persons with differently abled persons listening to. Nothing at all should limit you in life. Keep the faith, and God has a way of glorifying Himself through you. Don't settle for less, because if I will settle for less, I wouldn't have known C4C. I pushed, I strived, navigating to the city of Abuja, and I found them. And it's been wonderful. It's been wonderful. That's why you're hearing this story. So please make use of your opportunity wisely, and make sure you're a good citizen of this country, and make sure you contribute a lot to the economy of this country. Because if you don't, we will say you're lazy. Well, I don't want to tell anybody you're lazy. Thank you very much.
No, Nigerians are not, young Nigerians are not lazy.
Lazy, yeah.
But sometimes times are hard,
Yes.
And sometimes people get discouraged.
Yeah.
But you are a great example of the fact that you do not let difficult circumstances or our discouragements to keep you down.
Yes.
You face the challenges squarely on. And, it's sometimes, thank you for being here. Let me say that again, because it takes inspiring stories like yours so that to encourage others not to give up and to continue to strive and venture. Kingsley, thank you. To our viewers, we'll say this is not the end of our sharing. It's not the end of our story. We have a few more young entrepreneurs who will come in to tell their story. We tell the story under the umbrella of small and medium scale enterprises as a significant and powerful contribution to a better Nigeria. to the improvement of our economy. They are important. We are making efforts in this area, and we have ample examples of our successes in this area. We thank you once again. It's a pleasure, and I know it will continue to be a pleasure as we continue to roll out these programs. We thank you. See you next time.